welcome to the first vlog we ever did, which was to Dubai in November 2025. Initially, because it's the first one, I didn't actually record anything on this. Well, I recorded a little bit, but not much of my voice, which on subsequent vlogs obviously I have done. It's going to go over on this particular video, but yeah, we stayed at the Dubai Lapita Parks and Resorts in November 2025. We mainly chose it because it was located in the middle of all the Dubai parks, so it was easy for us to sort of entertain Joseph. Obviously it was a lovely place to go for swimming and just relax as well, and then we had all the theme parks behind us, which was only like a 5 to 10 minute walk, give or take, depending on where you wanted to go. But the resort itself was quite small. It wasn't a particularly massive resort, and they do tell you about the carts as well that can take you around, which we didn't really see the point of, to be completely honest. It was pretty pointless because the resort's so small, but very handy for when you bring your when you have your luggage delivered, and also obviously when you're going back home. So you were seeing as we just walked past there was the toilets, which are right by this pool here, which is the children's pool. It was quite shallow, which was really great. So great for kids, and not warm in terms of it wasn't warm like some other pools that you can have when you go on sort of vacation. So it was quite a nice temperature in there for everybody. That was one of the restaurants there, the a la carte restaurants on the right, which really had fantastic food. So we ate in there quite a few times, the Aria restaurant. So I would definitely recommend you to go into there. I tried to grab a capture of the menu as well, so you can pause the video and have a review of the what was on the menu. So we actually went all inclusive to the resort, which was very handy for us. So we didn't have to worry about what we ate, what we drank. It was all part of our package. So we found that really, really good, to be fair.
Hi Joe, where are we? Where are we? In Dubai?
Dubai.
Yeah.
So you'll see across the water there, that was the new dinosaur glamping, which is supposedly open. It didn't seem like it was very busy when we was there, to be fair. And then in front of us was the sort of like the main shopping area, which was quite lovely to walk through. And that's always like a gateway into all of the theme parks that surround Dubai Parks and Resorts. And you'll see coming up there one of the buggies.
No, what is that?
And these are all sort of restaurants and things you can do around the area. And it's called Riverview. This is the main section here. There's activities and that within there. There's a really amazing soft play in there as well. We didn't get a chance to see that. And this was the light show they do.
Treat.
And this is Lapita by the day, and that was the children's splash pool on the left there. And so this is the same as night view, really, where we come out of our room and then we come out the main doors, and then there's the outside toilet there on the left. and the right there just other apartments. So it's quite good because it's only on 2 levels, which makes it really nice and compact. So you don't have big high rises anywhere. And just again, this was the children's pool, which you can sort of see how deep it is. It's a little bit deeper at the other end, but not massively. And then to the left of there was the lazy river, which was good fun. Or like a bit of an idiot trying to get into the into the rubber rings when you go around there. But that was good fun. We all enjoyed that. And then up here on the right was the RE restaurant, and then just there under the canopies is a little playground for the children. Joseph enjoyed a little bit of time in there, playing with the slides and the equipment. That's where you can feed the fish. And then just to right up there is the spa as well. We didn't actually go into the spa on this occasion, but the spa is there. And you can get your picture with the Smurfs. So we went into Legoland Dubai on this morning as well. It's quite a nice place, quite big, lots to do, lots of rides.
Here we are, Legoland Dubai.
So if you are a Merlin pass holder, if you don't have tickets to this, we actually got tickets as part of staying on site. I think it's the same at Legoland Hotel as well, which is also on site to the right there. But you do get discounts if you are a Merlin pass holder in the UK, which we are. But it's definitely worth a visit, and we enjoyed our time there anyway, which we'll go into as we go through this vlog. But as per normal in Dubai, very, very quiet.
It's the professor.
And they do have some top class, amazing theme parks in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi. And obviously now with the Six Flags Qiddiya City in Saudi Arabia as well. So, but certainly in Dubai we don't find they get that busy. They get a bit more busy perhaps in the evening, certainly in the summer when it gets extremely hot. But this is the main plaza in the centre.
Oh, thank you.
Which is like the mini cities made out of Lego. So obviously this is Dubai themed. And it was really quite good. A lot bigger than the one in Windsor. The one in Windsor is very good, but it hasn't got like the height that the one in Dubai has. Yep, so this was in the main mini world or mini lands, I suppose. I'll have to talk over this because I might get a copyright strike because there's a music playing in the background, which is mainstream but recorded by other artists. I'm not quite sure whether that could be a copyright strike or not, so we don't want that to happen. But this was really good in here. It was quite vast, lots of interactions as well. So Joseph was able to push buttons and it was moving cars and planes and all those sorts of things, which was really quite cool to play with. And as you can see, there's one of the gates, so he was able to move. This is central part, and he was moving into all the different sections from the central La Plaza, I suppose you could call it. And then yeah, and there's one example there. So Joseph was pushing the button, and the hot air balloon was going up in the air and down. So that was quite good. You also at the back there the Burj Khalifa and obviously an A380 model as well. So Dubai Airport is also one of the mini-land structures in there, which was quite impressive to look at. Talking of which, there's Dubai Airport, and you've got like Dubai Marina on the right there. This was a little Christmas thing they had where you could do sort of candy canes. Joseph thought it would be a good idea to try and do that. There's me trying to play with or build a candy cane, but Joseph has nowhere to be seen because he then just got bored. So I didn't get to actually finish it off. But with the Burj Khalifa, they also do the fountain show as well. Which was really interesting and fun to watch. So this is the submarine adventure. If you've been to Legoland Windsor, they've got the Sea Life Experience one there as well, which is exactly the same ride. This is probably one of my favourite Sea Life experiences actually. So you get like a submarine and it takes you around under the aquarium. Again, it was a very quiet day, so it was only me, Michelle and Joseph actually on our own little sub.
Your mission today is to travel to the lost city of Atlantis and learn about the amazing underwater creatures living there. We are just completing our final checks and then we'll be on our way.
Squid 542, clear to depart Bay 8 Gamma.
Copy that, Squid Control. Hold on everyone, here we go.
It looks like we're approaching the coral reef.
Location, Coral Reef.
Looks like you're right, Professor.
Let's talk. Wow, Captain, there must be hundreds of fish here. Crew, the buttons that just lit up in front of you are your control buttons. Press them now to start the fish scan.
And then of course at the end there's the gift shop, which is quite a common thing in these theme parks. There was the Lost Kingdom adventure in there, so it was a shooting game. You could score points by shooting sort of things in there, which was good fun. I couldn't record in there. I can't record many things, but Joseph enjoyed it because he actually went in there twice.
Did he enjoy it?
Didn't try or anything. That is a Bristol one.
But as you heard, he didn't shoot anything, so he didn't score any points. I think he just enjoyed the ride.
Okay, thank you.
You're better than the person back home, to be fair.
It's not a surprise, is it? Well, it's not fingered by Merlin, is it?
Yeah, so the prizes in the games were actually quite good. There was another soft play there. We didn't realise if Joseph actually wasn't allowed in there because he was too young. So it's one of these shooting soft plays where you put balls in guns and then you get to shoot things, but he was a bit too young, so they told him he had to leave. I think it had to be over 4 to go in there, and Joseph was 3 at the time. And this was a massive play area, so very big area that you can play with. There's also a ride in there which is just in front. It's like a train ride. Joseph didn't go on that, but you can go on that. It's all part of your entrance fee. So yeah, Duplo Valley, where the main bit is. There's a Duplo Valley in Legoland Windsor as well, which is really good fun for the kids. It's a lot of smaller kids, should I say. And this is their equivalent of Knights roller coaster as well. So it's much bigger than the one what I can remember at Legoland Windsor. It's been a few years since I've been on that ride. But it seemed a lot more intense, which you'll see in a sec. So this is the Knights area. There's a lot of food places to eat, and obviously the big Knights roller coaster attraction, which is on the left. And then when you're out of the Knights area, you then go to Lego City. So that was the Kingdom. And here you had the another big playground. You also had the firefighting game, firefighting attraction, the one that's in most of the other Legolands, I believe. You had to sort of pump the fire engine up the other end and then squirt the water. And it's the first time Joseph's been able to go on that because he was over 0.9 metres, only just though. Which was over there on the right. Unfortunately, Michelle didn't record us on there. That was good fun. And on our way out, this was one of the restaurants or convenience locations anyway. So they had like the usual fare, drinks, donuts, etc., and also where you could play Lego, which is where Joseph was most of the time. He was in there grabbing a drink, which you'll see right now.
Hey Joe.
But overall, it was good. I mean, weather-wise, couldn't complain. But I think I prefer Legoland Windsor, just because there's quite a lot more to do there. But if you get free tickets and you're in one of the on-site hotels, definitely worth visiting. So again, this is going back through Riverland. I would say if you do have a pushchair, it can be a little bit bumpy and a little bit hard because it's quite cobbled type street. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, really impressive place. Yeah, it's a real shame not to see this like absolutely packed like you would see if it was Disneyland Paris or anything like that. It was really very impressive. Turkey was similar. Turkey had we went to the theme park in Turkey as well, which was amazing. But again, that was quite quiet and had an amazing area around it. And again, it was quite quiet. So that was that was Land of Legends when we went in there in Antalya. That was good fun. This is one of the gateways back to Lapita.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we walked back. It wasn't a far walk. But of course, you can get taxis outside of the areas as well, and then they'll take you around to the main entrance to Lapita. You'll see over there the lazy river. Part of it, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. You love dinosaurs. Sit back, Joe. Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So this was the outlet village, which is just around the corner from Lapita, but we did get a taxi because it was a little bit of a walk with the pushchair and my legs. It wasn't we didn't want to walk too far, so yeah, this was really cool. Didn't really see any bargains, to be fair, but I'm sure if you lived there, probably would be reasonable. So this is an outlet. Joseph also had a bit of a meltdown in here because it wasn't doing what he wanted to do. So we wasn't in here very, very long, to be completely honest. But it was a really impressive place and a very nice outlet. So definitely, again, worth a visit if you get a chance. There's Starbucks in there as well, which was nice. Just grabbed a coffee. There was a little bit of an argument with a taxi driver trying to get back. Because it was only around the corner, they weren't interested, so I called an Uber instead.
It's okay. Hey, high five! Bye! There's chickens!
Yeah, the dinosaurs are this way.
Dinosaurs are up here.
We'll have a look later.
So that was the T-Rex Adventure Cafe, which was actually a really good experience inside. The food was okay, but it was so loud in there though, and then we was the only people in there, so it was almost like they were playing to themselves, which is again a real shame. I hope in the peak season they get people in there because it is really cool place. And that was Joe enjoying some of the dinosaurs on the outside. And then we was heading on up to Motiongate, which I found to be an excellent theme park. I'd like to have done a longer vlog on that, but unfortunately just didn't have the time. It's not with Joseph with us anyway. It was brilliant park, very much on the same style of sort of Disney and Universal Studios in terms of what it was trying to achieve. but then some of the rides were down as well, so I didn't get to do all the rides, unfortunately. Again, just with Joseph with us, when he's a bit older, I plan on throwing them all the rides, but we was only able to go into a select few, but it was very, very impressive, and definitely recommend. But yeah, you walk into something like Main Street, the USA, like at Disneyland Paris, which is like their version here, which is really good, really nice. As always in sort of the Middle East theme parks, very, very clean. Yeah, as you can see, it's sort of, as I've said, mimics on like Main Street USA. As you walk up, you then become to a central section where you basically can get into all the different gates. Immersion Gate to the right was Universal, then you had Smurfs, and straight ahead you had DreamWorks. Sorry, not Universal, I meant Columbia, sorry. Columbia Pictures on the right. And Lionsgate as well.
Okay.
So the Columbia Gate was where Ghostbusters was, and Green Lantern, water ride. Also had Hotel Transylvania, which was brilliant. Joseph loved that ride. Been on it about 4 times. But yeah, Swerveland was very good, very interactive. Lots of things for Joseph to do. Very good, some good rides in there, which you'll see in a sec.
We can go to the very Smurfy Cafe.
I think could do with a little bit of a repainting there, because it's obviously the extreme heat temperatures probably will sort of flake the paint off a little bit, so it needed, I think, a little bit of TLC in there, but generally it was excellently themed.
Need to have a look what's about. Can we go to the playground?
So the playground was up here on the right, which is where Joseph spent a little bit of time in there. He really enjoyed that. So we've gone in November, the temperatures were amazing. Also been in September, which was, let's just say, hot.
Where do you think we're going?
It's up here, Joe.
Okay, Joseph.
Do you want to go see Papa Smurf?
And he's definitely Papa Smurf. And Joseph bought a toy of Papa Smurf and absolutely loves it.
I'll ask this later. I'll go into one of the shops. This is the Smurf Studio Tour.
Yeah, Smurf Studio Tour was good. It's a little interactive ride. Joseph went on it about 5 times.
Let's take photo with Papa. Okay? Joe, you want to get out with Papa?
Go on, Joe, jump out.
Yeah, we're still working with Joseph to try and get him out of the pram to see the characters. We've been to Disneyland Paris a few times, and he's getting there slowly. Especially Max, he loves Max in Disney. So when we stayed last year, he had no problems having his photo taken with Max. Yeah, so to the left here was the Ghostbusters ride, which was themed amazingly, so well done. The ride system itself was good, but a bit disappointing. It was just basically big screens that you fire at, which sort of doesn't really go with the level of detail they put in with the actual Ghostbusters firehouse and the actual queue line and stuff, which was incredible. Again, obviously no queue, but yeah, it was definitely a good experience.
Yes, how to Train Your Dragon,
which you'll see in a short moment when we go into the main show building. But outside, there's all the the main characters to do with DreamWorks, like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, that sort of thing. But the actual show building is quite amazing inside. And I can imagine this is what Universal Great Britain will sort of go down this sort of line, which I'm surprised a lot of theme parks don't go down this line in the UK, to be fair, especially the adverse weather we have. And inside, which I didn't record, is a Madagascar ride, which I think is like a Eurofighter, a bit like the Saw the ride at Fort Park, and all inside it was really good. You can see as you go into DreamWorks, you've got this main sculpture which was really amazing, which depicts a lot of the characters of DreamWorks. And then you had the lands off of the side, so you can see to the right there, Shrek.
It's posing.
You had How to Train Your Dragon and Madagascar. Oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda. But as you'll see as you go in there, the theme is outstanding. It is amazing to actually see. We don't really have this level of theming in the UK at the moment. Again, I'm sure Universal will bring their A game for this sort of thing, as I would expect them to, which will be a game changer for the theme park industry in the UK. But through there was Madagascar. And I would imagine probably Disney Abu Dhabi will be quite similar, as is Ferrari World. I haven't done Warner Brothers in Abu Dhabi yet, but done Ferrari World, and that was all inside, except for the rides which go outside, like the Formula Rossa and the Flying Aces. But as you can see, it's so quiet, which is really a shame.
Madagascar.
And as you can see, it's in Madagascar, which was very vibrant and such an amazing place to visit. It was so good. Went on the carousel and went on this ride here. And you'll see at the back there's the roller coaster that I was talking about. Yeah, you just pedal on this and it goes, the harder you pedal, the higher you go. That was really good. Joseph really enjoyed it, so he was allowed to go on this. So we come out of there and then we headed towards Lionsgate, which is where some of the bigger roller coasters are. I only went on to the Pan Am one, which was a Mack ride, similar to Hyperia at Fort Park, with the seatbelt restraints, or lap bar restraints, should I say. But yeah, DreamWorks was amazing. It was so good to look at. Definitely recommend going to Motiongate.
Beautiful evening.
There's Ghostbusters again. It's all lit up at night, which was so it was really so well themed in this area, and the whole park actually was well themed, to be fair. And there was I went on that ride, which was the Green Lantern ride, which was quite good. Very similar to sort of like Cobra at Fort Park, Chessington, and also Indiana Jones at Disneyland Paris, that sort of type of ride. Yeah, so there's just loads of shops down here as well, for ice creams and food.
Green Hornet.
Be over there on the right hand side, which I didn't film of, was the Hotel Transylvania. And so that's a very similar type of ride, like sort of Ratatouille at Disneyland Paris, that sort of interactive ride on the car. It was really good. Again, back to the main centre section, there's the entrance down there.
Nice job of it. It is very much like Disney.
Yeah.
And then straight over here was the Lions Gate, which is where they had the some of the bigger roller coasters in there. So they had, I think, John Wick's in there, but that was closed when I was there. She was in front of you.
Yeah.
And the right was Now You See Me, which was themed to Vegas, which was really cool.
Yeah.
They do have a light show on the top there, like they do at the
This one here.
in Old Town Vegas, but that wasn't working when we was there. And on the right with the spire there is the
there's a
Pan
diamond
Am.
and stuff. It's all set up like Vegas. Now You See Me.
It said I think there was a 10-minute wait on there, which I was a bit shocked at. Well, what actually was there was absolutely nobody on the train, so I had to wait for people to arrive. That was why there was a wait. So I was waiting at the front, and I had to wait 5-6 minutes for other people to arrive before we could load the train. Yeah, it's a really good ride.
Let's go on the Capital Bullet train.
Yeah, excellent ride, the bullet train. Really enjoyed it. So it moves you over. So you go onto the train, it moves out, and then you move over to a track, and then it launches you backwards, and then fires you forward on a hydraulic coaster, and then you go around the track. It's really good. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, as I said, very much recommend going to Motiongate. In fact, I recommend staying at Lapita because it's such a good place and central place for going to visit all these, especially if you've got a family and or anyone interested in theme parks. So this was the main buffet. This is just a view really of what they had. It was quite a big selection there. Always found the food really good, to be fair. Service was good and always greeted you with a smile, which was quite nice. We stayed at the Rixos Sungate in Antalya last year and we found that to be not that great, to be fair. There was really no welcoming when you wanted to go for a meal and stuff. It was quite a disappointment. Perhaps I'll do a vlog of that at some point, but the Rixos Sungate was disappointing. And that's ice cream, so you can grab ice cream there, which is next to the main buffet. That was really good. This is just going back towards the pools, which we've already run through, but just from the other direction. You see the buggy there again. Again, not really sure why the buggy's there, to be fair. It's not a big result.
Morning.
And this was the other pool. So this is the adult pool, I suppose you could say, obviously a lot deeper. And then we headed on back to the children's pool. Joseph went into the adults pool, it was fine. But he was able to play a bit more in here, a lot of his friends were in there. But yeah, the buffet restaurant was Kalia. And that's where outside here is where the Smurfs were most mornings after breakfast.
It's recorded now, look.
And this is the main entrance into.
Jojo and Daddy.
There's us.
You have to talk if you're going to be a vlogger, Joseph.
Where are we, Joe?
Say welcome to Lapita.
Where are we? Yeah, where are we? Dubai, yeah.
So this was the outside, as you can tell. The weather was terrible in November. Well, it wasn't good in the UK anyway, let's just say that. So it was really great time to go. November, done December as well. We've done a cruise from Dubai in the end of November, December, and that was amazing. Like I said earlier, went to Abu Dhabi in September a few years ago, and it was absolutely baking. So if you're going to go, I would suggest November to sort of February, March perhaps is the best time to go. So then we took a bit of a trip. We took a trip down to Dubai Mall. The Lapita got on a shuttle, so we got the shuttle down to Lapita, and we got a taxi back from Dubai Mall, just because then we weren't restricted to time. But we actually ended up, first of all, going to a really big play cafe, which was really amazing. I hadn't seen one like it. There was so much interactivity in there for Joseph, which was good. I put that onto the Instagram account, so if you want to look at some of them pictures, they were on Insta under Travel with the Nielsen's, and it was called Boo Boo Land. So just give it a bit of a flavour there. But yeah, look on the Instagram if you want to see some more pictures. Yeah, there was quite a lot on the China town side of Dubai Mall. But yeah, Dubai Mall is, if you're into shopping, it's quite an incredible place. I'm not sure it's the biggest shopping mall in the world now, but it certainly was. But it's absolutely massive. Obviously very famous for the Burj Khalifa, which you access directly from the mall, and also the world famous Dubai fountains, which you'll see coming up in a bit.
Follow the line 15.
But yeah, also famous for the ice skating, which is on here, and some of the architecture as well.
Pandas.
And those that have done this already, you know that if you do get the subway or the overground train to here, the walk seems to go on forever and ever. So it's quite nice to get dropped off just outside and just walk up. But again, normally fairly quiet during the day, and it gets a lot busier sort of in the evening, especially during the warmer ups. There's the ice skating rink. So they did close it off at one point, and they had like more professional skaters on there, which was really good to see. It's one of the famous diving waterfall bits of art they've got in the Mall. And as you can see, because we went sort of Christmas time, or November, the Christmas stuff was out as well.
It's just Dubai aquariums,
And every time we go to Dubai, we cannot not go to Dubai without going to see the aquarium, and then right behind it is the Cheesecake Factory. So we definitely can't not go to Dubai and not go in the Cheesecake Factory. I'm so shocked there's not one in London or in the UK anywhere. So if anyone's got any, anyone wants to open one, yeah, try to open one in London. I'm sure it'd have plenty of interest. Don't know why they'd ever have. But obviously, those that have been to Dubai, I'm sure would have visited the aquarium, which is obviously here, and the Cheesecake Factory just there on the right. It was Joseph's first ever Cheesecake Factory, so I'm sure we'll visit one next year when we go to Florida, because we've got a big holiday coming up next April 2027, where we're going to go to Disney, Universal, and also a week cruise on Star of the Seas, the largest ship in the world currently. So yeah, that'll be a big vlog coming up in 2027. It's always very impressive when you go to Dubai and see the aquarium. And obviously the extensive menu in the Cheesecake Factory. I've never ever finished my meal there. It's always too big. I even went for the half a meal that they offer, and yeah, still didn't finish the cheesecake afterwards. Yeah, so one of the things we were looking for was Dubai chocolate. My niece wanted to get some proper Dubai chocolate, which we didn't. Which my wife informed me was called Fix, but apparently you couldn't get it in here. But I did have Dubai chocolate in here, which was made from camel's milk apparently, which I did buy some and promptly left it in the fridge and never tried it, which was still in the hotel. So that was a bit of a shame. But yeah, this is a really good sweet shop. And then we came outside to watch the fountain show. Obviously the world famous Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world currently, but I know there are a few vying for its crown. But obviously at this time of speaking to this, obviously there's quite a few troubles out in the Middle East, so I'm sure things will be delayed for some time to speak, unfortunately. So again, back to the Kalia restaurant, just giving a bit more of an overview of the food areas, all the different areas you can get different food. And it was really nice. I said the food was lovely, and the bread area and sort of cakes, which is nice. and this was the kids club. So Joseph had an amazing time in there, and the staff were absolutely incredible. So if you ever want to go in there with the kids, it really is great. Under 4s you have to stay with them, but anything over 4s you can actually drop them off. But yeah, it was brilliant. There wasn't a lot in, there wasn't a huge amount in there, but the staff were more than made up for it. They were excellent. So you can get the trolley, the golf cart. It takes you to the Lapita entrance, but that's as far as it goes. Just to let you know. So it was in room 4005, and this was a room tour to show you what the room was like. On the left was a fairly big wardrobe, which was good. With a safe in there, which is obviously really important, and an iron, laundry. You could open it up from this side and also from where the bathroom is as well, so it was quite handy. There's some drawers in there, so there's quite a bit of storage. So we was there for a week, so yeah, it was fine. That was obviously the main area where they had bedroom, obviously our bed, which was quite big. Tea and coffee making facilities, fridge down on the right, which were left obviously the Dubai chocolate. When you arrive, you get the flowers like you would do if you was in Hawaii. You get water every day as well. And this was obviously there's the bathroom down there. But yeah, I should say Joseph had a camp bed. It wasn't the most comfortable, I've got to be honest. The beds were lovely, like the normal beds were absolutely lovely, really comfortable. But Joseph's was a little bit, yeah, it was a little bit uncomfortable to be fair. You got bath robes, shower was lovely. There's a rainfall shower head as well, which was great. Obviously the toilet's the toilet. Wasn't a huge amount of UK channels, English channels, which is expected I suppose, but there used to be quite a lot more when I went last. I was like Dubai one and that, but there don't seem to be any like that. There was a few children's channels. But yeah, you can see there we requested the side panel as well, just so Joseph didn't fall out. But yeah, it wasn't the most comfortable for Joe. I would probably go into two double beds next time, which you can go into. Aircon was okay. And this was our view outside on the thing. So we was facing the park, the Riverland area. That's where the buggies come across. So you obviously be careful there, because obviously you can go out there and there's nothing really stopping you from going into the road. It's not that busy. But then across there was the dinosaur glamping area, so you can hear the dinosaurs roaring quite a bit, which Joseph found funny. And then left took you just up towards more Lapita, the other areas, and then the right took you to the lake area.
Welcome back. Thank you.
So yeah, so this was the final day. This was on our way home. So we phoned up reception, asked for a buggy. Same time we used the buggy, so that we could get the cases back up to the main area. And yeah, you'll see a bit more of the other side of the resort.
That's where that walkway came, Chef. That where I got lost.
We sit down.
Sit down, Joe.
So yeah, all in all, we had a absolutely amazing week at the Peter Dubai Parks and Resorts. Would we go back? Absolutely. It didn't even feel like Dubai actually. It felt like he was outside of Dubai. It felt like just like a normal resort, but a bit just very, very nice, and the all inclusive we thought was definitely worth it. But yeah, we definitely would like to go back there. Like I said, it's such a good location to get into the parks. But obviously you're about 40-45 minutes outside of Dubai, so obviously bear that in mind if you want to go into Dubai itself quite a bit. It's not that far either from Abu Dhabi. So as we finish this video off, just want to have one final say, and just say keep on making memories.